We got your main event of the evening. He's super hilarious. You guys are going to love him. He is the current reigning funniest person in Austin. Woo! And he's super hilarious. You guys give it up for Ramin Nazer.
Magzo! Hi, my name is Ramin Nazer. I'm from Brown Rakistan. Please form a positive opinion about me immediately. I hope you enjoy the 15 to 20 minutes of live human entertainment. I have been practicing public speaking for a very long time. Camera 2, check. Camera 1, check. Pan to audience, enjoying the blank out of what's going on right now and cutting back to camera 2 and launching into material. Hi, come guys, when rappers at rap concerts say, "Put your hands in the air like you just don't care." People don't do this. And you, of course, then the rapper's gonna be like, "Now pretend you is gay." I said pretend. My girlfriend got a dog recently, which is awesome because now I get to pee a little on the carpet anytime I want. Next time you have to take a drug test, come back with a little cup filled with poo. You won't pass the drug test, but you will fail the drug test. And that's just as satisfying to this reporter. Is it just me, or does anybody else want to be a doctor? Just so you can take your patient's urine sample, replace it with apple juice, drink it in front of them, and say, well, you taste healthy. Just me? One time at a party, I told a girl I was a doctor, and she's like, what kind? I said, fake. I only pretend to be a doctor. That joke was just for me as a reminder that live from TSM Studios, it's Local Live. It's Local Live with Ramin Nazerfield, Magdalena and Michael Danny Palumbo, Chris Teelys. Are you okay with airing this? Is it maybe a rights managed type of song? Maybe if you just do 7 seconds of it, it's okay. I thought it was super clever, and I'm really proud I did it, and I think I brought it up at the perfect time. Yep. I was filling out a job application online on the internet, and the last question was, why do you want to work here? I was like, yeah, you're right. Permaclose. Used to work at Goodwill. Was it for community service? Yeah, it was for community service. The first day of the job, the supervisor, boss guy, came up to me and was like, I want you to go around and pick up everything that looks like trash and put it in this bag. Like, all right, give me 10,000 more bags. When it comes to things that smell like feces, I think Goodwill should be ranked first, and actual feces should be ranked second. Goodwill is the only place I've ever worked where anytime a customer came to ask me something, my reply began with the word unfortunately. Do you have plus-size women's slacks? Unfortunately, yes. I bet the wife of the most interesting man in the world is like, yeah, right. I bet the wife of anyone is like, yeah, right. They ripped off Chuck Norris internet meme with those Dos Equis commercials with the most interesting man because they copied the, like, he can climb the most mountains and get the most women and fight the most dudes, but you can still have negative parts about you and still be interesting. Like, they could have made it at age 17, he was diagnosed with acute bowel syndrome, which caused him to need to remove 2 inches of his lower intestine, which now causes him to have bowel movements 17 to 20 times a day. It's like, oh, it's very interesting. O'Doul should have commercials featuring the least interesting man in the world. Keep the commercials exactly the same, but at the end just have the guy say, but my first passion in life is being a father. Take that, fathers, and future groups I might be insulting or earlier in the set tonight. The finger motions of... That's right. Don't change. No, wait, you can't do any calls to actions. One should or should not do or not do anything or nothing. There. All bases covered. Alcohol is amazing, or not amazing. Whenever I get a prescription that says do not mix with alcohol, I always think, look, I know you guys don't get along, but you're both my friends, and it's my birthday, so you're gonna act like you like each other. Sounds like the behavior of an alcoholic, but I'm not an alcoholic. Alcoholics drink by themselves. I don't drink by myself. Everyone else drinks away from me. I don't know if you're familiar with television or television networks, but there's this network on television called TBS, and the slogan for TBS is, "We know funny," which is pretty arrogant. But you don't have to look at it like that. Like, I like to imagine that the board of directors and CEOs at TBS are a bunch of Chinese guys, like Chinese people, and the slogan is actually pronounced, "We know funny." You funny. We no funny. You racist. What's the most racist thing you've ever done? I'll go first. I was walking down the sidewalk and I saw this dark figure off in the distance, and then just subconsciously, not even thinking about it, I switched sidewalk lanes to be on the other side and not be on the same side as the dark figure. I looked back, it wasn't moving. Upon further inspection, not only was it not a person, it was a statue of Martin Luther King Jr. Who's racist now? Still this guy. This local life's going okay. Thank you so much. Here's what the world would be like if there were no slogans. Monday Night Football on Fox is brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's. They say McDonald's causes depression. I think depression causes McDonald's. They say Arby's causes diarrhea. I think Arby's causes diarrhea. I eat at McDonald's more frequently than anyone should, and it's because they can conveniently find houses and set up shop next to it, so you have no other choice convenience-wise. And all the food has that same consistency. It's the same mushy texture, kind of McFlavor thing, and it doesn't matter what you order anymore. So I just go like, oh, can I have $4 worth of food? And they try to upsell you. Would you like $5 worth of food? Yeah, okay. All right, pull over. That'll be $6.82, 9, 7, 4, 6. Trying to find the funniest combination of numbers through using this as a open mic setting. 8. And the timing of 4. No, see, now it's lost all of it. Comedy's a strange beast. Whenever someone finds out that you're a comedian, they always go like, oh, you're a comedian, tell me something funny. And then the comedian always has this typical response, oh, it doesn't really work like that. It's like, it's kind of like a surfer. You can't just tell a surfer to just go surf. It has to be the right weather conditions. It has to have the surfboard, and you have to have the proper lubrication. If you pull up too fast, you can rip your nipples off. And I say, screw all that. Anytime someone says, oh, you're a comedian, tell me something funny, do a tight 15 minutes. And if they get bored and interrupt you, be like, all right, I get it. Treat them like a heckler. Like, check out this mofo! But we love watching the game, don't we, fellas? Love watching the game! Love watching the game! But babe, the game. Put it to the playoffs. Wit. Want all the things. I want all the things. That was just from Magzo. Maggie's the other person you saw earlier. If you were watching the whole thing, you should have watched the whole thing, and now you're not gonna get it. This local live's very linear. Camera 1, 2. This goes off to different audiences, right? There's one audience that gets camera 2 and one audience that gets camera 1. What did you see? Oh, I saw the same thing, but from a different angle. Really? Whenever I smoke pot, I can predict the future. What I do is I wake up, and then I smoke the pot, and then I'll start looking for a One time my mom came over, was like, smells like weed in here. It's like, yeah, weed sometimes smells like itself. I try not to smoke so much, but every night at about 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m., 9 p.m., 11 p.m., the god of pot calls out to me screaming, immerse yourself in my world! Okay. I got so high one time, or didn't get so high one time, that I made a grocery list, and after every ingredient I wrote and. Milk and eggs and cheese and Rice Krispies. Cut these Rice Krispie treats into pieces! And Lucky Charms. I was doing the maze on the back of a box of Lucky Charms, or it wasn't. And underneath the maze, it said, if you enjoy this maze, then go to LuckyCharms.com for more. Which is interesting because the internet has found its way to integrate into absolutely everything. Like 20 years ago, the back of the box would have said, if you enjoy this maze, then good. See you later. What was Netflix like before the internet? You just get a VHS with a note attached to it. Hope you enjoy Father of the Bride. When you're done watching it, could you please mail it to Ron? He lives at 1354 Maple Crest Avenue in Chadwick, Minnesota. And also, we don't have a way of verifying whether you mail this to the Ron or not. We're going to go file for bankruptcy now. Netflix, the movies you want, when you want them, how you want them, how you need them, how's it going? Or how isn't it going? We're doing all right, Ramon. We love you. Your comedy's the best. Thank you. Remember that song we all listened to in high school because we're all exactly the same age and had the same musical taste and had the Dr. Dre album with the guy with the lower voice than Dr. Dre, and at the end of the song goes, smoke weed every day. And at the time listening to it, I was like, whoa, that guy smokes a lot of weed. And now I've gone back and listened to it as an adult. I'm like, well, yeah. Breathe air every 40 seconds. Eat food every 2 days, I think is the limit, or 40 days, or does that have to do with the religion? Water is every 2 days, I know that one. The 311 pumping up in your beat. It's for the deaf watchers. So far they haven't had any enjoyment of just this and this and this, and then they're like, oh, I like the part where he did this. The best part of the show was that. That's what my sensation was, friend Ramon. That's right, you my friend. My favorite superhero is Wolverine. Wolverine had the claws, but he also had the healing factor, so any bullet or scratch that came his way, it'd instantly heal up. But did Wolverine also have an emotional healing factor? Did Wolverine ever walk in on his girlfriend cheating on him and be like, no, over it? I think that might have taken place in some reality Tron. If they ever make synthetic human sperm, it should be called I Can't Believe It's Nut Butter. That was the only joke they laughed at when I did comedy in Killeen, Texas. How did they know what synthetic meant? The world may never know. Sucks when your computer breaks, right, gang? Yeah, it sucks! Earlier in my life, my computer broke, and I was really mad, and I was frustrated, and I called the Geek Squad, because I just had to hit somebody. Turns out it wasn't my computer that broke, it was actually my monitor that broke, which was way worse, because on the Facebook.com website, I was clicking the mouse a lot to get the computer to work again. Turns out I'd gone through this girl I hadn't seen in 10 years' beach album, and I'd liked a bunch of her photos. Which wouldn't have been that bad, but I was hitting the keyboard too, so on some of them I'd written, Ashlenifer, Kaichlika. Facebook is the best website because you get to upload pictures of dicks all over it and write things like, I'm a stupid faggot who likes to eat his own shit. And I was like, dude, I think your account got hacked into. Yeah, I hate those. There's this girl that lives on my street, and I'm like a god to her, because I'm always watching her. And she's never seen me. I don't want to say that religion is bad or that the Bible is wrong, but I think we should maybe consider that the Bible was written sarcastically. God loves his children. He just wants everyone to be happy. What's the deal with God? The Bible states that there will be many false prophets, such as Muhammad or Jeff or Ron. What was the universe like initially? Was it just God and then he instantly made the universe? Or was it the universe first and then instantly God came into creation? Or was it just God hanging out by himself for trillions of infinity eons, just bikinis on top universe? There's no evidence leading for it to be any of them, but I like to believe that it was the third option that I listed among the jokes. And eventually God's going to end the universe entirely, and there's going to be nothing left but just him and the never-ending pasta bowl from Olive Garden. Like that one file you can't delete. Read permissions access denied. Close Safari. Who uses Safari? Can you make it work on Safari? Sure. Whenever I meet a very religious person, I always think, oh, so it's immortality you seek. Well, you won't find it here with me. I'm just kidding. I'm deeply envious of your family and your faith, and you travel to different kinds of mountains and build houses for people with darker skin than you. A friend of mine is very religious, and he asked me, like, if you're not religious, then where does your morality come from? Where do you get your morals? Easy. I make them myself. Baked fresh daily. We don't make it till you order it. How's it going? Thanks for coming back. I thought you weren't going to come back, but you did. After these messages, we'll be no, wait, I can't say that because they have actual commercial breaks. Scratch that. Do more of the jokes. Why didn't I just do that the whole time? Incompetence is what I'd blame it on. I was playing Clue with my brother in the living room with the Clue board game. And I think we screwed up the order of the cards because at the end when we got to reveal the mystery, Professor Plum did it in the ballroom with Colonel Mustard. Clue, that's disgusting. We played Guess Who after that. You guys remember Guess Who? Yeah, I remember Guess Who. They all had that same look in their face. I think the worst question you can ask when you're playing Guess Who is, does your character look like a pedophile? He does, you say. Well, that eliminates no one. Wouldn't it be better if real life was more like the game of life? First day you come out of the womb, the doctor's staring at you. Oh, hello. What color station wagon would you like? For the rest of your life. The blue one. The light blue one? Gee, yeah. I like it. It's close to turquoise. Turquoise. Cover the brand name. Oh wait, that's not turquoise at all. That's green. Now I just come off as real incompetent. Oh, hey audience. Oh no, it's me. Okay. Back to the game. Had lunch at Hooters yesterday, and the Hooters came to the table. She's like, everything tastes okay? I was like, yeah, that's exactly how it tastes. Most okay food of my life. 5 out of 10. Might as well have just been like, does your food exist? Yep, there it is. Whenever I go to Hooters, the first thing I ask the Hootress is, are they real? And when she says, what? I say, are ghosts real? 9 times out of 10, Hootresses believe in the ghosts. Ghosts, 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 ghosts. Does that mean 1? I'm so sorry, I should have configured this before. 1 minute left? Yes. Okay, good. That means yes. Okay, good. Well, now it means 50 seconds left. Luckily, I have jokes of all lengths, which you are going to hear or not going to hear. I'll never get tired of using that one, or I will get tired of using it, or not using it, or a thing that is not an it or a thing. want to have a daughter, and I'm going to name her Mildred or Gladys or Martha, so she lives to be at least 90. No one has a Grandma Brittany. Grandma Brittany, what was it like growing up? Oh my God, it was fucking badass. 5-Hour Energy should also be called 15-Minute Weird Taste. I'm permanently locked out of my Hotmail account because I can't remember my cat's maiden name. And, yeah, I guess I'll just show myself out then. See you guys in 2 seconds, right next to you. Thank you so much for watching or not watching. Bring back Maggie May.